I want to quickly share how we save a lot of money on Google Cloud's Kubernetes engine, and in the background we're using the so-called preemptible instances of Google Cloud, and they are really convenient to use. Google Cloud provides you with an instance. It can take it away from you anytime, but you receive an automatic discount between 60 and 91% if I remember correctly, and this all happens automatically. So in comparison to, for example, AWS instances where you also have to manage the spot price and increase it maybe if you don't get enough spot instances and so on, then this is way more convenient to just having this preemptible feature on Google Cloud. And this is the pull request which introduced these cost savings. So first of all, the really cool thing is that we manage both the Kubernetes config and also Terraform completely in Clojure code. So here we see the code which schedules Kubernetes jobs on our system. So these jobs normally convert, for example, videos when they was uploaded, or they render a video when the user edits it in the Studio editor. And we're using Kubernetes job abstraction to start a new container and who do the complete job. And previously we was using the node selector, and the node selector will make sure that the job will be executed on this node pool. So a node pool on Kubernetes is always a group of instances, and they could have different properties like the amount of memory, the amount of CPUs and so on. And another property is if it's preemptible or not. And for jobs which are easily restartable, like converting a video, it's fine to use preemptible instances because you use a ton of money, and the Kubernetes job abstraction will restart the job automatically if the preemptible instance is revoked from you. And one important detail you need to know is that Google Cloud will not always be able to provide you with preemptible instances in the region where your Google Kubernetes engine is running. So therefore it's important that you have a fallback node pool. And this is done here in this pull request. So here you can read more about the so-called node affinity stuff here. And this one is pretty horrible long entry. So it required during scheduling, ignored during execution means that when Kubernetes is searching a node for your pod where it should be scheduled, then this criteria here has to be met. So here it will make sure that it either runs on the node pool with the name jobs preemptible or with the name jobs. So jobs is the old node pool which is not using preemptible instances, and this we are going to use as fallback node pool in the case when Google Cloud cannot provide you with preemptible instances. So and therefore this attribute is helpful. So preferred during scheduling, ignored during execution. So this means that if there are node pools which have this property like preemptible, this will be in favor, be chosen and this is exactly what we want. So the jobs preemptible thing has this attribute that it's using preemptible instances, and this will be preferred over the old jobs node pool. So that was all about the Kubernetes config. And here we see the corresponding change for the Terraform config. So Terraform here in this case is used to define which node pools should be there, and basically the whole Google Cloud setup is managed via Terraform. And here we more or less just duplicated the jobs node pool, and all the stuff is pretty similar, except for here that we mark them here as preemptible true. And this will tell the Google Kubernetes Engine to use preemptible instances underneath, and this will give you the cost saving. And yeah, worked pretty well on production. You need to make a little bit sure that that you scale down the jobs node pool, that the Kubernetes Engine is starting to use the preemptible instances, but other than that, it was a pretty smooth experience.